For those that you don't know, this is my wife Roxy. I'm the guy that makes the reeds, and Roxy does all the clever stuff.
I usually don't appear. I'm usually in the background. I think Chris is the face of Chris Apps Reads. But because this is something about Chris retiring and our selling the business, I am featuring in this video. We've had our business now, 35 years.
35 years,
right?
yeah.
35 years ago, you were made redundant.
Or laid off in American terms.
Yeah, from furniture restoration, right? And I said, you don't work for anybody really well.
No, I'm not good at that.
He's really not good at that. So you need to do something on your own. And we had done the carpentry thing. You had a carpentry business for a while here in America, and you restored the antiques, and you just like really love pipes. So I said, well, let's do something with pipes.
I'm kind of focused on bagpipes for most of my life, since the age of 10 really, so why not make something that I love into a business?
And it's been a great ride, 35 years.
It's been great, yeah.
You know, you really tackled it and you went head on and
never been out of work.
No, never been out of work, and you haven't had to work for anybody else, which is, I think, really
that's a very important part for me.
It was never a problem for you to get up and go to work.
No, it's never a problem.
Before your back became an issue, we did a whole lot of workshops, judging. We're out with stalls everywhere. We've met a lot of nice people.
It's been great. Yeah, met some wonderful people.
Combine our holidays with your workshops and with the stalls, and that's been wonderful too. I've been able to be home for the kids when they were younger,
and we're working together, which is important for us.
Despite all the stalls and everything, we made the conscious decision of not having a retail bagpipe thing like Henderson's or...
Great stores, but it just wasn't our thing. Just wanted to focus on the reeds.
Yes.
And various other things that go with the reeds, you know. Focused around sound. This doesn't mean that if somebody takes over the business, they can't do that. We're a manufacturer of bagpipe reeds. That's a base. And from that base, you could grow what you like from it. Yep.
Not doing
my back's not doing well. It's just getting progressively worse as well, and it's not going to get any better. So I'm not really able to do as much work as I would like to.
We've been looking to sell for a little while now, about 6 months. We've been on the market 6 months.
Yes, 35 years is quite enough, isn't it?
It's a long time, and your back has made it to where you can't really do any workshops, and we can't do the...
Can't sit at the desk anymore for too long either.
No.
And that's been going on for quite a while now.
It's been
getting worse.
3 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years actually, that it's been gradually getting worse. Yes, so it's time to...
Retire.
It's time to retire. It's time to teach somebody else what to do.
Yeah.
I've had some amazing people show an interest, some very capable people. It hasn't worked out mainly because I think they've been already working in corporate for quite a while now.
Got families. Need to make a certain amount of money.
Yeah, they've had their mortgages already. They've got kids that they need to take care of, or their kids are in college and they're looking to somehow retire and make reeds. I don't understand that at all, but or they just want to do it part-time.
Yeah, that's kind of an expensive part-time hobby.
It's a really expensive part-time hobby. It's much more involved than people realize. I didn't realize how involved it was until we started doing it.
Office stuff.
Well, yes.
I can't do that at all.
But the making of the reeds is much more difficult than I thought.
Oh, I don't think. I think the office stuff's way more difficult. So there you go. Each to his own.
You can't do this part-time and be successful as you have been. It's not possible. It's really much more complicated than that. Just because you're good at at manipulating it doesn't mean you're going to be able to jump right into making a reed perfectly. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Perfectly.
So how many different pieces of equipment do you use to make one reed?
Oh, let's see. 8.
8 pieces of, and that's pretty big pieces of
Or maybe
equipment
9.
too. Not just
Anyway.
a piece of sandpaper. I mean, we're
No,
talking
no,
about
proper
unique equipment, right? So
that
it's,
I've had designed and built for myself.
so, and there's a lot of little things that you wouldn't know to do unless somebody showed you, or you spent years like you did working it out. Okay. Now we've also had people asking us, could we have an apprenticeship? No, not looking for an apprenticeship either. There's been horror stories of reed makers taking on apprenticeships, taking somebody on with the agreement that they'll take over the business or they'll stay with them, and
they won't make their own reeds.
Yeah, and then they leave and make their own reeds. And what have you got for it? Okay, we're not doing that.
No,
No,
we are not doing that.
no. So what we'd really like to do is find somebody who's young, somebody or somebodies who's young, hasn't yet started out, perhaps doesn't want to go to college because college didn't work for you, did it?
No, not at all. No.
You got really good grades, but school wasn't for you.
No.
Does not it?
No, I've always liked working with my hands and playing the pipes, and school got in the way of playing the pipes and working with my hands. That life wasn't for me.
No.
This is our proposal. You pay 50% down and 50% once trained and up and running. It's not really an apprenticeship because you won't be working for me at the end of it. I'm not going to teach you how to make reeds and then have you work for me. What it is training, and at the end of the training and once you're competent, you will have a reed making business that you can just take over. It'll be a business basically plonked on your lap, and there you go, you take it from there. If you can kind of imagine it like a 4-year degree course, and at the end of that you come out as a professional in whatever field you pick. With the reed making, it will cost you a lot less money than 4 years at college, and you will be spending your life making bagpipe reeds and doing bagpipe stuff, meeting bagpipe people, going to games, teaching, all that sort of thing. And it's a wonderful life.
The cost of the 50% down is about the same as a year and a half at a state college. And that's tuition, room, and board. And then you have the other 50% after that, which is going to be, so it comes out to the cost of about 3 years in a state college.
Oh, is that 3 years?
Board. Yeah, yeah. So room and board,
you can do all that,
and tuition. I just did it.
Oh, we're recording.
We're recording everything, right?
Well, that's good, yeah.
Okay. So you'll relocate down here just for, temporarily during training. Your training will be 50% of your time will be on the bookkeeping, 50% on the reed making. It could we don't know how long it's going to take.
We don't know how long it's going to take, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the learning curve for the reeds is going to be mostly dependent on how quickly you pick it up and how good you are with your hands.
Once you're up and running, once you're, we feel mutually that you're comfortable with all the book work, you're comfortable with the reed work.
I'm comfortable with the reed work.
Then it's time for you to step out on your own with it, though we will still be here as consultants.
We'll be available for consultation for the first year or so, because that's when you're going to need some help.
Now, the business won't be fully yours until you pay the second 50%. We'll give you a whole year to get comfortable with everything, to establish yourself as the new reed maker, and be familiar face to all the customers. After that year, you should be well enough established to where you can now begin to make quarterly payments towards the remaining 50%. Those, the amount of the quarterly payments and the duration of the payment will, or the payment schedule we'll have to agree upon that before work begins. At anything, and that has to be stuck. Now, once you finish paying the second 50%, it's all your business, and you can call it what you like. It doesn't have to be apps, reads, and whatever.
Financially, the business is only going to be as good as how much effort you want to put into it and how precise you are with your making. You're only as good as your last read in this business. So the quality and maintaining that quality is of vital importance.
We've never been of the mindset that something is only good if it's going to make you super, super rich. It's only worth doing if you're going to be a millionaire at the end of it. We were doing it to promote good sound and to perpetuate the tradition of handcrafted reeds. Like Chris said, you'll make as much money as you put into it. You know, if your focus is making money, then you'll make some money. If your focus is on...
You're going to make money.
You're going to make money, yes. But how much money you make depends on how much work you're putting into it and what kind of, you know...
Direction you want to take.
Direction you want to take.
Thing. Yeah.
So an alternative to corporate working, an alternative to college perhaps, something you can do with your friend. And in fact, if you have two or more of you wanting to do it, you'll spread the cost. I mean, the cost isn't going to go up. If you know, there's two of you, it's going to cost just as much as if there's one of you. So absolutely, you know, perhaps make it a venture. So if you're a young person who really, really likes bagpipes, has never wanted to do anything other than bagpipes.
This is for you.
Can see yourself doing that for 35 years and just living bagpipe. If you have a friend or a partner who is also interested in doing something on their own, perhaps they don't want to make bagpipes, perhaps they want to be the marketer and administrator extraordinaire while you make the reeds.
The more people you know within the business, established pipers and businesses, friends that are good players, the better.
Realize that if you play at a grade 5 level, you'll have a very difficult time selling reeds to somebody who plays at a grade 1 level.
Or an open level.
Or an open level. So you need to make sure that you have an excellent ear and you're a very well-established piper. You don't have to be the best piper in the world.
No,
but,
no. And, you know, it's very, very helpful to know people. There's other ways of getting the reeds out there, but obviously if you know people and you've got a reputation as being a great player, then that will definitely work in your favour.
If you have difficulty tuning your bagpipe, you're not going to be able to make reeds. You need to be able to hear it.
You've got a really good ear. You
have to have a very good ear. If you are not good at time management, having your own business is not a good idea. You need to be self-motivated. Definitely need to be self-motivated.
And you have to realise that there's no real getting away from it. If you have to put in the extra hours, you put in the extra hours. You're your own boss. So if you go on holiday or something, you need to make up the time, then you do that.
So long as you put the hours
Very
in.
flexible.
Yeah, you can be flexible, but you do have to put the hours in.
Yeah.
And sometimes more hours than...
Yeah. And you are your own boss, but you're also very responsible for... You're not going to get a regular wage. You're going to earn your money. And it's a good, honest way of earning money.
It'll be your money and not anybody else's money. But please realize that there's a ton of pipers out there. This world is filled with pipers. Bagpipe reeds do not last very long, and they always need more reeds. So, you know, there's plenty of money to be made, and there's plenty of reeds to be made.
Have a career you really enjoy.